We are back with another versus video. This time, it's Goku versus Itachi. Oh wait, we've done this one before. So, my very first video was Goku versus Itachi. It's kind of something that is what got me into YouTube, was I wanted to talk specifically about these two characters going up against each other. We have Itachi from Naruto and Goku from Dragon Ball. I saw people talking about this online, saying Goku's a fool, he'll allow himself to get hit by Itachi's genjutsu, and it's game over. And I just can't agree with that because that doesn't make any sense. Anybody who's watched the Dragon Ball series understands that Goku is not going to fall under this trick at all. First of all, he's too powerful too. Like, it's as if Itachi used this ability on, say, Naruto, who has a really high amount of chakra, it's going to drain Itachi like crazy to even try to hold this for a moment, right? And that's just Naruto. Goku compared to Naruto, Goku would have billions, trillions of times more chakra than Naruto. There's no way Itachi would be able to hold it for more than maybe one moment. And Goku is one of the most resilient characters ever. Like, you aren't going to break his mind, you aren't going to break his spirit, you aren't going to be able to do damage to him. He's literally flown through space repeatedly. The one thing that would make sense, it wouldn't make sense for Itachi to know this, but the best thing you could try to do would be trap Goku in the genjutsu, make him just eat. Give him a bunch of food, an unending amount of food to eat, and make it so it's the opposite of what he did with Kakashi, where instead of making time go really fast, you would actually want to do the opposite. So Goku's spending like no time in your dimension, but a lot of time is passing in the real world, and you would just use Amaterasu, or just simply cover Goku's head so he suffocates. Now, the real problem lies with who Goku is and what his abilities are. So Goku is an ultimate detection machine. He can detect people's power from literally across the universe, literally in an alternate dimension, literally from the afterlife. He can sense you where exactly you are on Earth. Meanwhile, he's hanging out with King Kai, and he can teleport to and from King Kai's place to other dimensions. He just has no limitations on really anything about him, but he's specifically great at detecting you, sensing you, especially in a combat situation, right? Like, Goku's not that, he's not dumb. He's perfectly in tune with himself, his mind, his body, his spirit, right? Like, it's what he does. It's an insane strength that never gets talked about because you never have a reason to think about how crazy it is that he can detect you anywhere, anytime, because other characters in the Dragon Ball universe can also do that. Now, Goku specifically counters the genjutsu because he would just have such an enormous amount of chakra that Itachi would never be able to hold it for a moment. Itachi's intelligence itself, I don't think Itachi would ever be able to come up with a plan that would maybe work fast enough. The only time we ever hear about Itachi's feats, Itachi doesn't really do that much in the franchise, right? Like, Orochimaru says, yeah, I lost a fight to the guy. The guy's crazy. Other than that, we have nothing to go off of. Like, what? His fight with Sasuke, where he's holding back? How on earth is Itachi ever going to damage Goku, right? Itachi, maybe his like perfect Susanoo can destroy two houses with a charged attack. Goku's charged attack against Cell, that alone would be wiping out multiple galaxies if Goku chose to do that. So Goku, even in the Tsyukuyomi dimension, he's gonna tell that he's away from his body. He's gonna be like, hey, that guy that I just looked in his eyes, where did he go? What's going on? Even if you tried to distract them, it's such a regular thing in Goku's life to power up, even in situations outside of combat, or to use instant transmission, or use, not only does he have instant transmission and the ability to sense people from anywhere, any dimension, any plane of existence, he can also communicate with them. He can just start talking to you. And if you confuse him even a tiny bit, he's probably going to try to talk to his buddy King Kai. And if you want to say that breaks the rules, you can't use outside help. You can't just telepathically have this King Kai dude helping you. Well, all right. If that is a rule, does it also apply that Goku would be like, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of King Kai and he's not answering? It would also be in character for Goku to then be concerned and just teleport to where King Kai is, to King Kai's planet, which would break the genjutsu, right? Goku powering up would likely just break the genjutsu, even if you could hold him in it. His teleportation would break it. He would also just sense that any gap, that there's any gap at all between what's going on in his mind and what's going on with his body. And obviously, if you're piloting Goku, you would just instantly nuke the universe and just instant transmission to another one, but that's not really in the spirit of this. And we'll talk about that when we talk about Goku versus the Naruto verse. So, at certain ages, Itachi could probably take out Goku, right? Like, he does. It depends on where their ages really are, because Itachi really gets some significant power boosts early on in his life. And maybe at very specific points, he could take Goku. I'll concede that, but most ages, like the ones we're seeing right here, Goku would. Itachi would not be any difficulty for him. Like, it would be so one-sided for Goku at almost every age you could possibly have them go up against each other. Like I say in my original video, Goku does not defeat the Naruto universe. There's guys with one-shots. They would help each other. They would fool him. They would trick him. They could disable him in other ways that don't require specifically like draining themselves. They're master assassins. That's what ninjas are. Literally, their entire lives, their entire world, what they dedicate all their times to is maximizing their efficiency at defeating each other in combat and just killing each other, right? So they're gonna come up with a way. Hidan can one-shot him. Goku, this is where Goku's need to be in an extended combat with everybody just destroys him, because he's gonna take attacks. He's gonna enjoy taking all these attacks, and some of them are going to one-shot him. Goku does not take the Naruto universe. You can't pilot him and just nuke the universe. Obviously, that would be very easy for Goku, but what are we even talking about? In that situation, Goku just defeats every character ever. So, yeah, the Naruto universe defeats him. I think a lot of fictional universes defeat Goku just because that reason alone. And also, like I said in the original video, Goku is also not limited by death. So yes, they could one-shot him, but what would be more effective that they might not even try to do, they would likely as a universe go for the one-shot. But you could also talk about how Goku doesn't really die ever. He can just come back to their world instantly. He's not, death isn't a deterrent for him. He likely, if you defeat him, if you kill him, which they would, yes, he could just teleport back and instantly blow them all up, and it's game over. Does that become a stalemate at that point? Is it even, right? Because Goku then can just make himself come back to life. He basically is alive even when he's dead. Death only makes him stronger. So you killing him is just giving him what he wants. So are you really then actually defeating him? It's a really weird gray area, because he's a character who literally gets more powerful from death. He chooses death. When he fights Majin Buu, he chooses to just let Majin Buu kill him because he wants Gohan to defeat Majin Buu. Because later on, after they defeat Majin Buu, he's like, yeah, I could have taken him in Super Saiyan 3 for sure, but I wanted Gohan to be the one to defeat Buu, so I just let myself lose. So he's never known consequences. You aren't really defeating him by killing him. He just comes back stronger. Death is of no consequence to him. So yeah, so it kind of really depends on how you view it. And I think piloting Goku, saying, yeah, Goku just blows up the world, no problem. Goku wouldn't do that, and that's not really in the spirit of having fictional characters fight each other, because I think that like fighting style and character should come into play. Like, how could that possibly not come into play? So I hope you liked the video. I hope it's a lot better than my original. My original, I had audio issues. I was stumbling and bumbling over my words. I was way less confident. And yeah, I love both these universes. I love Itachi. I love Goku. But Goku just clearly wins. There's no question. If you have a valid argument as to why he doesn't win this fight, I'd love to hear it in the comments.